Luis, which war did you serve in?
In the army.
¿En qué guerra serviste?
Oh, in Korea.
What was your highest rank?
¿Qué rango más alto
Oh,
recibiste?
staff sergeant.
Luis, can you tell me how you got in the Army? Did you enlist or were you drafted?
¿Cuál fue la pregunta?
¿Cómo entraste en el ejército? ¿Enlistaste voluntariamente o fue por voluntario?
Drafter.
He was drafted.
Do you recall what year that was and where you were living?
¿Te recuerdas qué año fue y dónde estaba viviendo?
Sí, en el 1951 y vivía en Manatí, Puerto Rico.
How do you spell Manatí?
Manati.
Puerto Rico.
Yes.
And can you tell me what it was like when you were drafted? How this process began? Where did you have to go for your induction and what happened after that?
Que si le puede explicar cómo fue el proceso cuando entraste en el ejército, a dónde fue.
Ajá, yo estaba en la escuela superior allá en Manatí y como eso estaban reclutando, era que la queja estaba un poquito apretadita. Y yo fui para allá, me apunté, fui a la junta, me llenaron los papeles y como a las 2 semanas me llamaron otra vez de la junta y me dijeron que tenía que ir a coger el examen del ejército. Y yo pues estuve de acuerdo y fui y me mandaron a coger el examen a Fort Buchanan, allá en Puerto Rico.
That's what I thought.
Okay, so
Sigo.
Yeah. He's saying that when he was in high school, he actually is saying that he actually enlisted. He wasn't drafted.
and did he explain why the process of how he enlisted you? He was still in high school?
He felt compelled to help the cause of the war because things at the time, the Korean War conflict was escalating. So he wanted to do his duty. And he went to the local recruiting office and signed up. And a few weeks later, he was called up to do his duty. From there, he went to boot camp.
Was he still in high school when he enlisted?
Cuando tú te graduaste de la superior primero, ¿verdad? O te sacaron de la superior, entonces
Sí, me sacaron de la superior, sí.
no te llegaste a terminar la superior.
Oh, sí, yo me gradué, pero cuando regresé del Army.
Okay, so yes, according to what he's saying right now is, he didn't get to finish high school.
Because he enlisted.
Because he voluntarily enlisted, and then he went to boot camp, ended up in Korea.
Luis, can you tell me where you went to boot camp and what that was like? What did they teach you and how long did you stay there?
Que diga a dónde fue que tú hiciste el entrenamiento básico inicialmente, cómo fue, cómo te trataron.
Sí, yo estuve en cuando fui reclutado y me enviaron a Buchanan. Y allí llené todos mis requisitos para estar en el ejército. Me dieron el examen físico, lo pasé, y de allí pues me mandaron a la casa de nuevo y me dijeron que estuviera preparado, listo, porque había pasado el examen físico y el examen escrito. Y como a las 2 semanas estar en mi casa, me llegó un telegrama que me reportara a la junta local allá de mi pueblo. Y de allí me mandaron a Buchanan, campamento Buchanan, y me dejaron allí.
¿Cuánto tiempo?
En Buchanan, lo que estuve allí fue como unos 4 días allí en lo que me llenaban la papelería y todo. Y de allí me enviaron al campamento Tortuguero en Puerto Rico.
¿Y ahí dónde fuiste a hacer el entrenamiento básico?
Y ahí sí, me mandaron el training básico allí.
Okay, so he went after a series of physicals and paperwork and waiting 2 or 3 weeks. He eventually ended up, from Fort Buchanan in
Fort
return,
Buchanan where?
Puerto Rico, which is in Bayamon, Puerto Rico. And then he returned home, and then he was called back in. And then from Buchanan, he stayed there about 5 days to a week, and from there they sent him to another fort in Puerto Rico called Tortu. Can you say this one, Iman?
Tortuguero.
Tortuguero.
Spell.
Can you spell that, please?
Tortuguero.
It starts with a C?
No, a T.
T, with a T, yes. Tortuguero.
Tortuguero. Yeah.
Yes, that's Camp Tortuguero in Puerto Rico. That's where a lot of the most of the troops in Puerto Rico at that time did their boot camp.
And how long was basic training?
¿Cuánto tiempo fue el entrenamiento en el campamento de Tortuguero?
De Tortuguero, 4 meses el training.
4 months. You understood
I
that.
did that. What kinds of things did they teach you there in that 4 months? What did you learn?
¿Qué clase de cosas les enseñaron ustedes ahí en esos 4 meses?
María. Todo era en un entrenamiento de todo lo que hay que saber en el ejército, ellos no lo enseñaron.
Pero como qué cosa.
Entrenamiento con los rifles, con las armas,
Con todo.
Pelear de mano a mano, con cuchillas, cosas así.
No, sí, nosotros hacíamos todos los tipos de ejercicios que ellos querían que nosotros lo hiciéramos. Y de ahí todas las mañanas salíamos tempranito a hacer los ejercicios antes de ir al field. Y del field de allá llevábamos todos los equipos que íbamos a usar durante el día. Y hasta por la tardecita que regresábamos a la compañía. Y eso era todos los días.
Long days, short nights, basic infantry training is what they receive, is what he's describing.
Did he describe a day? What would a day be like? A typical day?
Descríbeme lo que será un día típico para ustedes. Típica para ustedes. ¿A qué hora se levantan?
Bueno, en el entrenamiento, dependiendo para donde uno iba, porque el campamento es grande y nos llevaban de sitio en sitio.
Depending where they went from place to place, depending what their training was going to be for that day.
Y y allí hacíamos todos los ejercicios en regla. Ya estaba escrito cómo lo íbamos a
A
hacer.
lot of physical training.
And, pero ya a las 6 de la mañana ya estábamos fuera en el field. Y allá, pues, sí teníamos que disparar los rifles,
So at 6 in the morning, they were already up and running.
yeah, and all day long. And we get back to the base, to the regular base at dark, right in the dark. We just went out. We have to fix the weapons and put it away because we cannot hold that on the base. And in the morning, depend what weapons we're going to use that day. Sometimes 2 or 3 days could take long time.
Luis, at that time, what weapons did you learn to use? What were they using?
¿Entendiste la pregunta? Para ese tiempo, ¿qué clase de arma estaban usando ustedes?
We use a rifle one. Then we have
The M1 rifle.
The M1 Garand?
y de ahí vamos en los días que nos tocaba disparar, llevábamos el rifle para disparar en el hueco, allá en el, ¿cómo se llama? En el entrenamiento. So if we have to go there and use the weapon to shoot, to be sure that you know how to use the gun, then after a few days doing it, every night we have to come from field and go back to the company and clean the weapon, the rifle, then we put it back, we put it away. If we had to use it again next day, so we just go out and get it from for a weapons.
The arms room, right?
Yeah,
La sala de armas,
because
¿verdad?
the arm have to be away from us, at night.
Alright, so the M1 was the rifle that you learned on? Any other weapons?
¿Qué más? ¿Qué clase de otras armas
Ave
usaban?
María, de la ametralladora,
¿Qué clase de ametralladora era? ¿30
la
caliber?
30.
30 caliber machine gun.
Yeah.
I think those were very popular back then.
Yeah, and then, but we never, when we came back from the field, so we have to stop there before we go to the base. We have to clean
Clean your gun and return it for the night.
Yes.
Luis, do you remember any of your instructors, any of your teachers from basic training?
Oh, yes, we have.
Well, tell me about some of them. Do you remember their names?
¿Te recuerdas alguno de los nombres de los instructores tuyos? ¿Eran latinos o eran americanos?
No, they are Hispanic people on the training.
All of them? And did they train you in Spanish or English? Everybody
Yes,
Spanish?
yes. We were trained in Spanish because in Puerto Rico, people doesn't speak English then,
Sí.
and we were very young anyway, and but we were well trained.
Can you tell me about some of your instructors and what their names were, if you remember?
¿Te recuerdas
Sí.
algún nombre de alguno de ellos?
You may not remember their names.
¿Cómo se llamaba él? last name Quintana. That's what we have.
And what was he like?
Hmm?
¿Y cómo era él?
Oh, he was very young, except that he was already trained. Then the smart people that they were trained. Then sometimes they take one or two, whatever they need to use there. When they finish the training and the guy is very smart and all of that, sometimes they hold one or two or three, whatever. So, yeah, when we finished, we just went back to Fort Buchanan to be shipped out because they need to send people to Korea.
When you went back to Fort Buchanan, you were gonna then go right over to Korea? Did you get to go home first?
Pues-
Cuando después del entrenamiento regresaron a Buchanan, le dejaron darle tiempo para ir a regresar a su casa por un día de pase o no, o los
Oh,
mandaron
no, see, no.
inmediatamente para Corea.
When we finish the training, we have, dependent when, but there was sometimes people that just go the whole weekend. Mostly, we have weekend off. When we're in training, so on a weekend, they give us Saturday half a day, go home, and we coming back Sunday before 10 o'clock. Have to be on the base.
Okay, so every weekend you could go home from Saturday till Sunday morning?
Yes, Sunday afternoon.
Sunday afternoon?
Yeah, and that was okay because they only heard they had a group of kid of the training guys that they hold them so they can do the work on the base, cleaning, do the job, having the base ready when the people came Sunday night, everything was okay. And mostly just very few stay in the base. Otherwise, they send them on back home to spend a weekend. Half a day Saturday and Sunday by night. By the latest they can get is 10 o'clock at night on Sunday.
And
The-
when did you leave Puerto Rico and go to Korea? Did you go right from Puerto Rico to Korea?
Oh yes,
How did you go? By boat or airplane?
by boat. We took a boat and there was nice. It was a long trip, 30 days on a boat.
Wow. What
Fro-
did you do on the boat for those 30 days?
Do not walking around and that's it.
It was like a cruise.
But sometime every day, every single day they have. We use the weapons like a training on a ship.
To get you ready. Where did you land in Korea?
Pardon?
Where did you land in Korea?
And in Korea, no, we didn't land in Korea. We land in Japan.
Where? Do you know what port you were in?
Yeah, in Japan. Japan was. I cannot remember the name of the base.
So it was an American base in Japan?
Huh?
So you went to an American base in Japan?
Oh, yes.
And then did you stay in Japan or did you go from
No,
that
no,
base?
no. We get off a boat because the boat, there was huge boat. And they cannot, they didn't use those boats to go to Korea.
How did you get to Korea from Japan?
They sent us by those small boat at night time. So from Japan, they send people to different companies, and from there they use those small boat fast at night. So we move at night time to go from Japan to Korea.
What company were you with?
Well, I get there at
Compañía. Compañía.
¿cómo se llama la
¿Era
compañía?
la 65 Infantería?
¿Ah?
La 65 Infantería.
¿Cómo?
La 65 Infantería.
Oh, yes. But they have another. We went to 65th Infantry Division, Korea. We moved from Japan to that division. Then they split because there were so many people moving here, there, where. So we scattered around.
Luis, you were trained in Spanish and you went to the 65th. The 65th are the famous Burincaneers, is that correct? You
Mm-hmm.
were one of those. Did you all speak Spanish? Or once you went to Korea, were you speaking in English? And were your officers
No.
Spanish?
When we have our Spanish company from Calle, Puerto Rico,
See?
we use the Spanish.
So when you were in Korea, your entire company spoke nothing but Spanish?
Yes. When I was in Korea, we all speak Spanish.
What can you tell me about the Burincaneers? Because you are one of those historic members.
¿Qué tú le puedes decir de los Burincaneers?
Well, the Burincaneers, because I was new, because the Hispanic company down Calle, Puerto Rico, they were old. They still there from Germany. From Germany,
World War II?
World War II. Then, few years, about 6-7 years ago, after they start calling soldiers, calling young people to go to the bed, to go to take the training at Tortuguero
Mira.
in Puerto Rico.
Pero ¿qué tú le puedes decir de la unidad tuya allá en Corea? ¿Qué tú le puedes decir a ella? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Cómo ustedes se unieron? ¿Qué hacían?
Oh, when we went to Korea, what they did was split the company. There was too many people there, so they just they cannot hold together. They just we sometimes we didn't see the same person in few months. They were moving out here and there because down in Korea nobody stay in a place. They just keep moving wherever they need. The officers call the group. See, we have a platoon, and they move the platoon. The platoon, they move platoon to there, and they have other one there, other one 2 miles away. So we have to cover the area where we were fighting there.
When you went to Korea, you had trained with all of these other soldiers in Puerto Rico. Were they friends of yours? Did you know all these guys back in Puerto Rico?
Que los soldados que cogieron el training contigo en Buchanan, que si en Tortuguero, que si tú los conocías y que si eran amigos tuyos.
No. When I went to the training,
All new.
I think that, I don't know, just very few that I know. From there, we get a platoon. We have 5 platoons on a company. So the people were spread around. So you know your guys on your platoon. But there were 5 platoons on a company.
How many people in one platoon?
¿Cuántas personas habían en cada platoon?
We have from
¿Cuántas personas?
About some 40, 42. Depend on the group of people they get, they just split them. They went by last name.
Oh, alphabetical order. Alphabetical order?
Yes.
Where did you first go when you first arrived in Korea? Where was your first assignment?
Cuando llegaste a Corea, ¿dónde fuiste?
So,
¿A dónde fuiste?
A company.
¿Dónde estaba eso localizado?
And down by Incheon. That's a place we get up, they call it Incheon. We get to Korea on those small fast boat at night time without light. People who move those transport boats, small, they just move fast to
And
get to
you went
Korea.
right to Incheon. Did you stay at Incheon? Is that where your base was located?
Pardon?
Que si la base tuya estaba localizada en Incheon o en otro sitio.
Oh no, there was in Incheon. That's where we get up there, that little boat. But then they get us on a tractor trailers, those big ones, and they move you inside there because you're not going to walk there. They just keep going at night. So,
¿Y a dónde fuiste?
so very, very, very late at night, we start unload those trucks, and they assign you wherever they need you.
And where did they send you?
¿A dónde te mandaron a ti?
Yeah, I get there down on Incheon.
Did you stay there?
But no, they moved you all over.
So where, can you remember the places they moved you? Where's the first place they moved you?
¿Te acuerdas?
That's Incheon.
Pero después de ahí, ¿para dónde fuiste?
Then we went to the hills. That's all. We don't know the name of the hills or anything.
It was out in the field.
They say, yeah, you're in the field, and they move you wherever they need you. That's all.
When you got moved to the field, how long did you stay in the field?
¿Cuánto tiempo estuviste en las montañas?
Months?
Oh well, I was there about almost 7 months on a field, on a hill, way up there, moving back and forth, and so you stay nowhere.
You're not at a base.
Hmm?
You are not at a base. So that whole 7 months, you were out in the field, moving from hill to hill.
No, we just with the officers, they were with a group, so they just the call to move, and he's go there, and we follow them. We follow the group to the then about very late at night, but very still, very dark when we hell on it because when it started getting light, you cannot be out there.
So you moved at nighttime.
Oh yes, we were on the hills at night and looking for the enemy, but at daytime you are sleeping or do something there. Some people are sleeping, others are ready to move with the guns on your hand that you cannot miss. You have to use it.
In the 7 months that you were in the field, were you in combat?
Si tú estabas en guerra,
Oh, most every day.
For 7 months?
Huh?
For 7 months?
los 7 meses corridos,
No, because sometimes you move from one place to another, and sometimes you stay there 1 or 2 days because you're gonna relieve those. They get the people who was there fighting, and you take their place. They just keep moving the people there. In Korea, everybody is moving. No one's staying on a place too long.
Can you describe a couple of incidents of what it was like in combat in Korea? Can you tell me about a couple times?
What?
que le digas que de algunas veces de lo que tú tenías que hacer cuando estabas en guerra, en combate.
Go out. When you go out after the enemy, just go after. And I'm sure, keep shooting. If sometimes you go after them, they flow out because if your company was big, they just move back fast, and they move on the dark too. They didn't show up. You have to move fast.
Were there casualties in your unit?
En tu unidad hubiera.
Many.
You have any idea of how many?
Huh?
Que si tiene alguna idea de cuánto.
No, I don't know how many. Because you cannot keep count. You have one job to do is go after your enemy. But you're going to count.
If you moved at night,
Hmm?
and you said that you moved at night, and then during the day you would sleep or do whatever.
Oh, yeah, you sleep. Hmm?
Espérate que ya te está haciendo una pregunta.
Yes.
When would you do the fighting? When you would find the enemy, would you fight during the day or at night?
Oh, no, night. You never fight on a day.
No.
Hmm.
Too risky.
If they're going to move company at night, so when started getting so light, they just moved and gone to the bunker.
So tell me a little bit about the living conditions then. At night, you would move, or that's when you would be fighting. In the daytime, where did you live? Where did you sleep?
¿Dónde dormías por el día? ¿Dónde vivían después de tu
And on the bunkers there. So
That's
even though you move sometimes when everything is quiet and
¿Qué hacían?
they have too many people watching your enemy. If everything is quiet, so they might move from here to there, but not alone too much.
When you would,
Pero tú, ¿qué tú hacías durante el día?
No,
And
do nothing.
in the bunker, was this like, did you have beds, cots, or you sleep on the ground?
Si tenían camas, que tenían matres o dormían en el piso.
¿Cómo?
¿De dónde dormían? Si tenían matres, tenían el
¿Qué
piso.
madre? No, you have the sleeping bag.
On the ground?
En el
Yeah.
piso.
Yeah, on the hall. You know, you sleep wherever you live. You have nothing to say. This is my house. No, you stay there tonight. Maybe at night time you have to move kind of far from there and keep moving. Troops, they never stay in a place.
What did you do for food?
Cada
They didn't have
comida.
a dining hall.
Oh yeah, yes. They bring the food.
Every day?
Oh yes, every day.
Did you have 3 meals a day, or did you have to eat rations?
Sometimes you don't have anything. If there is so much artillery hitting the place where you are, you have to be inside the bunker. And
¿Y no te daban comida?
yes, they have to watch whenever. You never know when the food gonna get to you. And at night time, that's when you get up there. And they bring you mostly is seafood,
Sea rations?
sea ration.
Did you have like a cook with your unit that would cook meals there?
¿Había algún cocinero con la unidad tuya que cocinaba comida?
No. They have, every company have people that cook. But they have to wait at night time sometimes to get up, and they bring you the food, and you carry food. When you are in the war, you have to carry whatever you're gonna eat, and you don't gonna heat it. You don't gonna heat it. No way. You cannot have a light on there.
Were there ever shortages of anything? Because you're out in the field. Did they resupply you everything you needed? Were there ever shortages of food or ammunition or clothing, anything like that?
Cuando estaba en el field, ¿alguna vez carecieron de comida, ropa,
No, because
artillería?
they see when they have chance, they give you whatever you can get on your back. So when you have a chance that things are kind of quiet, you can open one of those cans and eat it from there.
No, pero cuando se terminan, ¿te vienen y te la suplen de nuevo?
No, they only have those little cans, and you just put it on the floor and hit it with your dish, and you get some. But you always have food.
You always had your spoon, so you could always eat your C rations.
C ration. That's what you get. C ration.
So you had many months of eating nothing but C rations?
Well, you get used to it.
How did you stay in touch with your family? Because you're out in the field all this time. Did you stay in touch with your family back home?
¿Tú te podías comunicar con la familia cuando estabas allá en Corea?
No way.
No way.
You cannot meet sometimes your friend. This 50 yards from you.
Oh,
No way.
did you get any mail out there?
No.
Falta.
No, when you're in the front. Mm-mm. If they give a break to you and you move away from this company and you got a break behind because there's another companies there, then you can go out, eat some if they have.
Están hablando de cartas. De la comida.
But mail, I didn't get any.
Oh.
If somebody else did, I don't know how. But
When you were in Korea, did you ever get a break, a day or a week of R&R or leave? Did you get to go to the bathroom?
you take an R&R. Mostly they
Pero
say,
tú cogiste alguno.
no. Most of them, they go to Japan.
Did you go?
Yeah.
You got to go to Japan for a leave?
No, they go to Japan. They send, that's like a little pass. You're free for maybe 3-4 days and back.
¿Y a ti te dieron
What
el break?
did you do in Japan? Did you go to Japan?
Si tú fuiste a
Oh,
Japón,
yeah,
¿qué hiciste en
yeah.
Japón?
Oh, yeah, I was in Japan.
So what did you do there? What was it like?
Well, I was just
¿Qué hiciste en
Have it-
Japón?
having fun,
Does she have any sisters?
having fun,
I know.
having fun in Japan.
How?
Hmm?
How?
How?
Yeah.
Oh, just walk around and the Japanese grab you. You don't have to grab them. They just, hey, come here, come on, GI. They call, oh, see, all,
Recorded.
huh? The Japanese go after you. You don't have to go after them. Then, those days, yeah. But the soldiers get those weak. Some mostly depend how long you've been on the front. They get you. But you never get more than 1 week.
Oh,
On 1 week was enough to have whatever you can.
and then you would have to go back into the field and fighting.
Hmm?
When you had to go back to fighting, was that stressful? How did you handle the stress of being in combat all the time?
Que ¿Cómo tú lidiabas con el estrés de estar en combate todo el tiempo?
Oh well, everybody does that. So you're not permanent there. Sometimes you use, they have a group of people there watching, fighting, getting ready. Then on the back, they just go into the bunkers, but you are safe because they are watching for you. So when you're ready, so the other guys are gonna bunker and you take their place.
Pero
No.
nunca nunca te dio estrés de estar allá en la guerra.
No,
Because he was never stressed.
you don't even know you was there.
Wow.
You just keep moving and do whatever you can.
Did you do anything special for good luck?
Que si tú hacías algo especial para la buena suerte.
¿Para qué?
Para la buena suerte, que no te pasara nada.
You,
Algunas personas rezan, otras.
you have to learn how to pray.
You don't pray, you learn.
Did you do a lot of praying?
Que si tú hacías mucho pesado.
Yeah, I always do that. I don't know other people. As soon as I just move from the front and go back to the bunkers, first thing I do is pray. Yes.
When you were not at the front and you were in the bunkers, what did people do for entertainment?
Que cuando no estaban.
There's no entertainment there.
Pero ¿qué hacían para distraerse? ¿Qué hacían cuando no estaban en guerra?
No, you always have to be alert. It's no party there.
Right, but when you're in the bunker, did you guys play cards or anything? No? Nothing. You never had any fun over there.
And you don't even smoke.
No?
They see a little light. They just put a bullet on your head.
Oh, so that's why you didn't smoke, so that the enemy wouldn't see the cigarette light?
You cannot use your light.
Mira,
Do you want
You
water?
get used.
¿quieres agua?
Hmm?
¿Quieres agua?
No.
He doesn't like water.
No, just
¿Quieres jugo?
no.
Luis, were you awarded any medals or citations?
¿Te ganaste alguna medalla?
I get few.
What were they? Do you remember?
Si te acuerdas cuáles son.
Why they get you like a little medal, bronze medal or whatever, but you didn't put it on. If you put that on a shiny little bed, they put a bullet right there.
Did you ever get to see any USO shows while you were there?
Pardon?
Did you see any USO shows?
Recibiste algunos programas de
No.
USO.
Bob Hope, you remember
You
Bob
didn't
Hope?
see?
There was no TV. ¿Tenían televisores allá?
No,
Radio.
not on TV,
¿Cómo?
in person.
En
Bob Hope
persona.
show up on-
¿Es qué?
And I don't think he did.
¿Es qué?
Que viste el hombre que se murió que hacía comedia.
Oh no, I don't say, no. Nobody go there make no comedy on the front line.
Infantrymen.
The infantrymen don't get a break.
We don't get no breaks like that.
Do you have the documentary that they did on the Buccaneers?
Yes.
That's really nice.
Luis, what was your opinion of your fellow soldiers?
¿Cuál es tu opinión de los soldados que estaban contigo?
¿Cómo?
Tu opinión de los soldados que estaban contigo.
Oh no, everybody was fine. Everybody looked for each other. Yes, they protect themselves. Sometimes you just go out of the field, and for any chance one of the guys get shot, they keep going, but there's somebody behind that they go after and take them out, put it back, send it to the hospital or wherever.
Were you ever wounded in battle?
Hmm?
Were you ever wounded?
Que si a ti te hirieron en la guerra.
And on what I have there was a little accident.
Tell me about it.
I cannot tell you that.
Oh,
I was there. There was like a shot there and blew out, and I don't know how many people there. I was here.
He doesn't even remember it.
oh. Did you get stitches?
Hmm?
Did you get injured in the head?
Yeah, right here. You can tell.
Yes, I see scar.
He was in surgery.
Yeah, and then
That's how he got.
they took me back to Busan. Busan is far away from.
Wait a minute, because you lost me. What happened that blew up that caused you, you got injured in the head, but you also lost your sight? What happened? Was it artillery or an explosion or what?
Well, no idea. Could be there was the artillery here. They come out and they didn't see it. Too many shot there, and many people get hurt. And
He was one of them.
they take you away.
Okay, so when you got injured, you got hit in the head with shrapnel or something.
Pardon?
Do you remember when you got hit, what it felt like?
Que si tú te
Or you
acuerdas.
don't remember it?
Can I ask him? Was it in the field? Eso fue en el field.
Yeah.
Y estaban en medio de combate.
Yeah.
The middle of combat.
And they took you out of the field to a hospital where?
They sent me to Busan. Busan is away from the enemy.
How did you get there?
Let me ask him.
I don't know.
You don't know if it was a helicopter or ambulance?
Let me ask him another question. Cuando eso pasó, sargento, when that happened, ustedes estaban ya dug in, estaban into foxholes.
Yeah.
Estaban en los foxholes. Or
No. We were.
reading from somewhere. Were you going back to your unit,
Or in a bunker?
or were you already in your foxholes?
No, we were in the field there, and but there was an artillery, and you don't know when they're gonna hit.
So you got hit by surprise. It was spontaneous.
Yes,
Sorpresa.
and I can tell how that happens, what happens, and
Was it friendly fire or was it by the enemy? Do you remember?
no.
¿Era del enemigo o
No. There was an enemy here. There was an artillery. They was shooting artillery all night long. They didn't give you a chance.
So fue de noche.
Yeah,
At night?
and I don't even know how I get out there. How I get off there.
Wow.
No, many people they get hurt there. Many.
And how long did they operate on you? You had to have your head operated on, correct?
Right here, always down here.
¿Cuántas horas?
From here, always here. And you see this?
Mira, ¿cuántas horas?
Hmm?
¿Cuántas horas duró la operación?
I don't know.
Long time.
Le dieron la medalla púrpura, ¿no?
Hmm?
Le dieron la medalla púrpura para eso. Did you receive the Purple Heart for that?
Yeah.
You did?
Now, when you woke up in the hospital, did you realize what had happened to you?
Cuando llegaste al hospital.
When about
Cuando volviste.
few days when I was in Busan, I got a patch here and there, and then they sent me to Japan. From Korea,
To a hospital in Japan?
yes, a Tokyo Army Hospital.
How long did you stay there?
¿Cuánto tiempo te quedaste ahí?
I was in the hospital in Japan about 4 months.
And
Then they sent me to the base where they ship people back home. See, from Tokyo, they sent us to, what was the name of the place? That was a place where boats get there in Japan, and I stayed there about a couple of months, getting relaxing there, and they get little strong, and they put me on a boat to go back to Japan. I mean, to United States. But funny thing is that when I get the boat there in Yokohama, then that boat went back to Korea.
to Korea?
Yes, to pick up troops there.
You didn't get off the boat in
And
Korea.
no, nobody get up there.
So then did you go from Korea
They
home to the US?
from Korea, we get on a boat about 12 days to get to Washington State.
Now,
No, not to. That's Washington, way up Washington
West,
State,
yes, Washington State.
and from there they sent all the soldiers that were on the boat. They get off there and they ship them back on the airplanes to different places on the United States.
Did you, when you got in Washington, did you come immediately home? Did you go back to Puerto Rico on an airplane from Washington?
No, they start sending people by group. Wherever state they belong to, they got an airplane that take people home. And day after, because they ship from Korea faster. They were very big group. The people we came from Japan, we took the boat in Japan. They went to Korea, but then from there we didn't get off. In Korea, we didn't get off a boat. Then that night the boat took off to Washington State. Then from there they put the people on boat. They sent me to
California.
to Chicago. From Washington, they put me on a boat, and we were a group of 10 or 11 people to Chicago. Then they get us off in a boat. But funny part is that airplane was getting passengers to Puerto Rico, and the 11 guys coming from army people, and the airplane land on from Chicago. They land on what's the name? Next to the Air Force Base. That airplane was on the way to Puerto Rico, but 11 soldiers, they took off there from the airplane.
Did you go on the airplane?
Everybody was there on airplane as
So-
soon we get to United States.
When you left Chicago, you go on the airplane
Yeah,
from Chicago to Puerto Rico?
Yes, no, but that airplane that we took in Chicago, they was on the way to Puerto Rico, but they land on what's the name of that base?
Not in Puerto Rico. It didn't go all the way to Puerto Rico?
No, we get off there, but only 11 people get off the airplane. Can you imagine that? Because we were coming and that airplane, I don't know how, but they sent us to another air base.
How long did you stay at the other air base?
No, not at all. We get there about very start getting dark at night, and we get off. We went there. That airplane took off. He just left off there, but that plane was on the way to Puerto Rico, and they just closed the door and moved. And we sent us on a bus to an Air Force base there. About midnight, the same night we get there, so we get another Army airplane and took off to Puerto Rico. But I never find out why the first airplane
Left
got.
the 11 of you there.
Huh?
Why that first airplane left 11 of you there?
I don't know. Everybody that we were coming from Japan, we all in the same situation. 11 people. So we get there, we stayed, we ate some. About almost 12 o'clock that night, we went to an Air Force base to Air Force airplane, load of boxes and everything, and the 11 soldiers, we get there too.
Luis, how much of your sight did you lose in that accident? What percent? How much of your vision did you lose?
This,
Yes.
No, la visión.
there wasn't too bad to begin with when we get to Puerto Rico. Then most of people get discharged.
Mira, te está hablando de la visión.
Yeah, I know. Most people get there and
Discharged. Were you discharged from the Army when you landed in Puerto Rico?
no.
You were still in the Army?
Yeah, they give me 30 days leave because I enlist. I re-enlist. Then I don't know where the people went, but there I went to Buchanan, and they give me a few more days. Then they ship me back to down United States. So that I was there with more people, but I don't know where they went. I know I was in California. That airplane took me Puerto Rico, took me to California.
How long did you stay in California? Like a couple days or weeks?
No, I stayed in California. They sent me to the base. they sent me to, how you call, ¿cómo se llama esa base que está ahí? Next to,
¿Pero cuánto
next,
tiempo tuviste?
next to Las Vegas. They sent me there. But I stay in the army. I stay in the army.
¿Cuánto tiempo estuviste en California?
In California, almost 2.5 years. Almost, I don't know exact. And then in California, my eyes get worse. Get worse. The one that happened here, they start losing that very fast. And I was on the desert down California, and they affect me the eyes more than it's supposed to. Then they took me to California also, back to California, then to where was the hospital? Next to San Francisco, a big hospital there. And I was in a hospital in California, and many doctors saw me there. When they sent me to California, in California, no, they keep me about almost 2 months there. The doctors check me every single day. And then one day they said they're going to send me to the hospital down on, what's the name of the hospital? Very, very famous
Walter
hospital.
Reed in Washington?
Huh?
Walter Reed in Washington? Where
No.
was it? Still in California?
No, because I already was in California. And,
So there's a famous hospital out there?
huh?
There's a famous hospital in California they sent you to?
¿Cómo es?
Que te mandaron a un hospital especial en California.
Yes, they sent me from Barstow. Oh, Barstow, that's what it is.
Okay.
Barstow, I was in Barstow. Then,
That's where the National Training Center currently is.
and they sent me to San Francisco, and I stayed there in San Francisco Army Hospital, next to that big bridge in California,
Golden Gate, yeah.
the Golden Gate. That hospital is next to the Golden Gate. Then the doctors keep working on my eyes and do that, and how many doctors went to see me there? And they decide once, after maybe a little over a month, they send me to the big hospital down in California, down next to, ¿cómo se llamaba? Donde estaba, I forget the names, but there was also the doctors go there to graduate, and they sent me there from San Francisco. The doctors in San Francisco, they sent me to that hospital. Then, but I was there only 4 days. At 4 days, they sent me back to San Francisco. I get there, back to the hospital. Anything else? And I asked, what's happened? They said, well, we have to wait what the doctors say. A few days after, they called me they said that the doctors in that hospital, they said in order to fix my eyes, they have to operate on me. And they opened me there again. But nothing they can do.
So the operation didn't help you?
Not at all. On this eye was okay. But this eye almost gone. And
The nerve was damaged.
they decide to give me a discharge. And I had no choice. I said no. I said no, I want my eye fixed, and so what can I do? I might get me something to work. He says, no, we're going to give you 60% disability. Then they send those papers to Washington. Took a month to get the answer. And the answer was that they did not give me enough money to give me that discharge, but that decision was made from Washington, D.C. And they get me back there. I was in a hospital, but they called like a meeting here. They said, what happened is, they told me, they said that they give me, instead of 50, they should give me, the 50%, they said, they give me 60% instead. But Washington said was not enough. Then they get together and they told me that they cannot, they can give you, they can give me 10%, but they cannot give me more than that. They said that if they give me some more like that, I have to get 100%. But they said I'm not 100% disabled then. And they wrote the papers for 70%, send it back to Washington.
I was laughing.
In Washington, D.C., they said I was okay.
So what did you end up with?
70%.
70%, and then did you get discharged and sent home to Puerto
Yes.
Rico?
Yes, 70%. But then, few years ago, my left eye started getting bad.
Oh.
Maybe because I cannot see from this eyes, so I use only this one here. They using too much, they kill it, I guess. But now I'm almost fully blind. I can hardly walk anywhere. If I had to go out myself, I cannot do it unless I am with someone with me. I'm just, and I would like to have some doctors
Pero
that.
mira, que ya no tiene nada que ver con eso. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What did you do after the war? After you got discharged and went home to Puerto Rico? What
Pardon?
did you do?
¿Qué hiciste después que llegaste a Puerto Rico, después que te dieron el discharge?
Oh, when I went to Puerto Rico, so I reported to to the hospital there in Puerto Rico, big hospital, Army hospital, and I went to the board there, and they said, well, you have discharge, and we got choices, send you back to school in Puerto Rico.
Did you go back to school?
Huh?
Did you go back to school?
Yeah, I went down. When I came from the Army, discharged from the Army, they said, well, we can send you to college,
What did you study?
school teacher.
Were you a teacher?
Mhm.
Did you become a teacher?
Yeah, I became a teacher.
What did you teach?
What I teach, everything. I teach 2 years in Puerto Rico in the elementary school, grade 3 to 6, because they are the group. You have to take kids from different rooms, and I teach there 2 years. Then they gave me an opportunity to come to the university in New York, and the VA would pay. And I went to New York, and I found me a job, and I stayed in New York, and I bring my family to New York. And I was in New York 3 years working, and there was a vice principal. He says that I need him at the university, and she said, a person like you that I need. I said, okay. That was in Connecticut. That was in New York. I moved from New York to Connecticut,
Where in Connecticut?
Hartford.
So you've been here ever since?
I went to work in Hartford as school teacher, and I worked 20 years there. But then my eyes started drop back. This one here, the only one I have is good one, started getting bad. Then I decided, well, I gonna get up and do something else. I get my how you call cuando I quit the job there in Connecticut,
Retired.
and then I cannot hold home doing nothing. And I read on the papers down in Springfield, they need some Spanish bilingual teacher. But mostly most kids were Spanish, and I went down see it. They asked me to go there, and they offered me a job. Same day I get there, they said, sign the papers. I went down and I said, okay, I will take it. And I worked 10 years in Springfield.
So after you retired from Hartford, you worked another 10 years in Springfield, Massachusetts?
In Springfield. And but then my eyes started getting bad. Like now, I cannot use my eyes. I cannot see it. I cannot walk there by myself because I cannot see the steps. I'm very, very, very sick in my eyes.
Wow.
But it's something else.
Wow.
that now my ears start getting bad.
And all of this goes back to your time in Korea and that one injury. What's your opinion about the military and about war?
¿Cuál es tu opinión del ejército y la guerra?
Believe it or not, there was also some that should never happens. They should not, because they are both Korean peoples. Why they started that war, I don't know. But they should never happen. They're friends, brothers, and they split Korea. Part of the enemy, other parts of the, and still now they still enemies. The Korean people wants to get South Korea. They wants to get ready of them, but they still there. They still split. It just happens like happens in Japan, and in Japan there, no in Japan, in Germany, same as. They split their good brothers and sisters, and for any reason they broke out and they split.
Luis, how would you say your military experience affected your life?
Pardon?
How did your military experience affect your life?
¿Cómo la experiencia del ejército afectó tu vida?
La experiencia
Ujú.
del ejército.
Sí, te afectó tu vida.
¿Cómo?
Te afectó tu vida.
Not really. The military, they were good to me. I love it. I like it. I would like to go back. Yes, I would like to go back. If I have to, I will. But I'm against the war. People should not fight, because they killing too many people, innocent people. But when you are involved, you have no choice. You have no choice. But I am against the war if there are two big companies, there are two big peoples, countries fighting. But two peoples are the same one, like Korea. There was nonsense, honest. There was nonsense. That happens in Germany. They split. Now they are okay, but they split, and it's all over. I don't know why they should not fight anymore. Get good friends and live good.
Luis, is there anything that you want to add to this interview? Is there any other thing you want to tell me about your military career that we haven't talked about yet?
Que si hay algo más que tú quieras expresar o algo que ella no te haya preguntado de tu experiencia que tengas que decir.
No, you asked me many questions, very good questions, and I am against. That's why I won't say I am against the war. I am, no matter whom, where. I am against it, and too many innocent people die on a war. I was in Korea, many kids lay down on, not killed, but they just lay down on the street in Busan, no place to go. There were too many people there to lay down on the street. And they get something to eat when they bring it to them on the street. That's kind of sad. I'm against that.
Well, Luis, I want to thank you for your interview and thank you for your service to our country.
Well, do my best.